G'day, J here. In this video we'll be looking at a way of modifying our noise with a turbulence, which basically acts like a filter. Now here it explains it quite well. If we imagine our noise as a wave with values between 1 and -1, any value that's below 0 will get mirrored. Okay, so this is assuming our noise value is between -1 and 1. Now the problem is our Perlin returns a value between 0 and 1. So we're going to need to just modify what the Perlin returns for our turbulence. So for turbulence, we're going to do everything the same as fractal. But in here, where we get this sample, we need to change this to a value between 1 and -1. And then if the value is below 0, we're going to have to mirror it, get the absolute value. So let's create a new function in there. So this will return a float. And this will be our turbulence filter. And this is going to take in our Perlin sample, so it's going to be taking in a float value. Okay, so if we have a number between 0 and 1, we can simply multiply it by 2 and then take away 1. So if we had a value of 0.5, which is that middle line, multiply it by 2, we get 1. -1, we get 0, so it's still in the middle. So we're going to multiply by 2. And then we're going to -1. And then we're going to get the absolute value. We're going to make it unsigned. We're going to mirror that value so it's always positive. The absolute value of the value, and then return that value. Okay, so as I said, we are adding turbulence filter to this here. So we're going to say turbulence filter this value right here, please. And that will do all that. So let's see. Let's all put this in a new scene. And let's get rid of all these. There's our fractal. Let's duplicate that. And we're going to change our noise type to turbulence. And also move it over here so we can see the difference. Save the scene, hit play. Okay, so it's very hard to kind of tell here. Let's bring up the frequency a little bit. Okay, so it's not quite inherently obvious, but if we try and dissect this image, see, this ridge here was all less than 1.5, but here it's been made greater. Right, this white cloud here. The same thing here, we see this little area here where all these values were obviously below 1.5, and here we flip them around. So as I said, it's just a filter, and that's what it does.